there was a robbery at Mr. Bean's place. His valuable trunk was taken away. So he called the best detective in the land, who was Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Now, when he called Mr. Sherlock Holmes, he showed the place from where the trunk was taken. Now, Sherlock was a bit confused how to solve this mystery. Who exactly took away the trunk? So, he went outside and tried to look for footprints. But there were so many footprints on the road because so many people walk on it every day. So how could he identify which footprint was of the robber? But he noticed a pattern even in these footprints, and this pattern helped him solve the crime. So what did he see? Well, he saw all these footprints on the road. Now, do you think any particular footprint or set of footprints show a pattern compared to other ones? Well, I can see that these footprints here are showing a pattern. Definitely, they are in a straight line. Now, these footprints are coming toward the house. Now, if the robber took away something, then there has to be robber's footprints away from the house, isn't it? Now, these footprints are going away from the house. So, these can be of the robber. Now, there are two more set of footprints which are going away from the house. So, this is one set and this is another. Now, which one of them can be of the robbers? Well, Sherlock Holmes is very smart. So, he thought that it was a big trunk. So, definitely there must be two people who were carrying that trunk because it was a big and heavy trunk. So, it couldn't have been possible for one person to carry the trunk alone. So, he needs to look for two pairs of footprints which are walking together, and if they are holding a trunk in between, then what type of footprints you can see? Well, two footprints walking together and a gap between them. Now, that's what these footprints look like. Can you see? Both these footprints are traveling together and there is a constant gap between them. So we have a pattern which has two characteristics. So we have one pattern, that is the footsteps are moving like this in this direction, and there is a constant gap between these footprints. So Sherlock Holmes realized that the two thieves must have walked on this road like this and they were holding the trunk in between them. As a result, there is a constant gap between these two footprints because they were carrying a trunk between them, and as they were moving together, so we see that two footprints show similar pattern, that is 1 2 1 2 and so on. So we have two types of patterns here, that is two characteristics of the same pattern, that is we have footprints moving 1 2 1 2 in both the directions and they have a constant gap. So by identifying two characteristics of the same pattern, Sherlock was able to identify that these footprints were the footprints of the robbers. And so by following the footprints, they were able to reach the house where these robbers had kept the trunk. And so Sherlock was able to catch these thieves because he could identify patterns in those footsteps. So you see, patterns can be so important. You can even solve crimes with the help of patterns. So patterns are interesting and important too. And in this case, we saw that one pattern can have more than one characteristic. And that is interesting thing about a pattern. So patterns can get more complex and they can have more than one characteristics. So let's see some more patterns which have more than one characteristics. So let's see this design. Now in the initial design you may not identify any pattern at all, but let me show you the next step. So next, this increased by one block. Now let's see what happens next. It again increased by one block, but the color was yellow again. So we started with yellow, then it increased by one block and it was blue. Then again it increased by one block and this time it's yellow again. What's next? Well, again it increased by one block and it's blue again. And now again it increased by one block and it's yellow. So what do we see here? We see a pattern. What type of pattern? Well, every time the shape is increasing by one block, and there is another characteristic of this particular pattern, and that is we have a yellow, then we have a blue, then we have a yellow, then we have a blue again, then we have a yellow again. So can you guess the next step in this pattern? Well, definitely it will increase by one block, and what will be the color? Will it be yellow or will it be blue? Well, we see that the colors are alternating. So we have yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow. So next one will be blue. So there are two characteristics to this particular pattern. It will increase by one block and the next color will be blue. So what do we get? We get a star this time, and it was increasing by a pattern. So every time it was increasing by one block and the color was alternating. So you see, this is another example of a pattern with more than one characteristic. This was a pattern with two characteristics. Now let's see another pattern. Now what do you see in this pattern? Again, I see that the petals are decreasing. And how are they decreasing? Well, the petals are decreasing by 2 every time, isn't it? So all the petals are there. In this, 2 petals are missing. In this, 4 of them are missing. So what do we see? We see a decreasing pattern here, isn't it? But what do we see here? Well, we had 2 leaves. In this, we have 4. In this, we have 6. So what do we see here? We see an increasing pattern. So while petals are showing decreasing pattern, the leaves are showing increasing pattern. So again, what do we have? We have a pattern with 2 characteristics. So can you complete the pattern now? Now that you have identified how it is decreasing and how it is increasing from one side, can you complete the pattern? Well, what do we see here? We see that it is decreasing by 2. So in the 4th position, we'll have 2 petals and 8 leaves. So it will look like this. So what happened here? Well, this has decreased and this has increased. 2 characteristics at the same time. Now, what will be the 5th position? Well, again, this will decrease by 2 and this will increase by 2. So we already have 8. So next will be 10 leaves and 0 petals. So this will be the final position of the pattern. 10 leaves and 0 petals. So you see, this is a pattern and this is a pattern with 2 characteristics. So while one part was decreasing, one part was increasing. So we have decreasing and increasing patterns both in the same pattern. Now that you know how you can identify different characteristics of a pattern. Can you solve this? Can you complete the pattern on your own? Well, let's see. So I have one shape here. In the second position, I have one shape and it has increased by 1, and this one is inverted. So I have this shape and the same shape is inverted. In the third, we have 3 such shapes. So the first one is erect, second one is inverted, and it has increased by 1, and this is again erect. So the position is alternating, one erect, one inverted, one erect, one inverted. So in this case, what will be the fourth one? Well, it will increase by 1 and we have this erect. So the next one will be inverted, isn't it? So this will be the final block in the pattern. So now what do we see? We again see a pattern, and this pattern again has 2 characteristics. So first characteristic is that it is increasing by 1 shape every time, and the second is that their top side is alternating. That is, once it is erect, in the second position it is inverted, then it is erect again and it is inverted again. So it is showing 2 characteristics in the same pattern. So this is how pattern with more than 1 characteristics work. Now I have this pattern here. So let's say one plumber set up some pipes on a wall. Now one day he got sick and another plumber came in his place. Now he does not know how the previous plumber was setting up the pipes. So he will have to see the pattern and then he will have to complete this pattern, isn't it? So he has some spare pipes and he has this pattern. Now he has to complete this pattern, that is, he has to install the remaining pipes. Now what pattern do you see here? Well, I see that there are 2 pipes, then there is a gap, then 2 pipes again, then a gap, then I have 1 pipe. So there is one pattern, that is 2 pipes are together, then there is a gap, then there are 2 pipes again. But there is another pattern in this. Well, the pattern is that we have a red pipe, after that we have a grey pipe, then we have a red pipe again, then we have a grey pipe again. So in that way we can say that after the red pipe there will be a grey pipe. So we have 2 characteristics here, that is, after every 2 pipes we have a gap and these pipes are alternating in color. So after these 2 pipes we have a gap. So after gap we will have 2 pipes. Now one is already there, which is the red one. So we know that after red it is alternating. So after red it is grey. So we will have a grey pipe here. So I place this grey pipe here. Now what will be the next step? Now the second criteria is that there is a gap. So after every 2 pipes there is a gap. So here I'll have no pipes. This is the gap which has been maintained. And after this, what will I have? Well, these are in pair. So we have a red, then we have a grey. So I will have a red pipe and then a grey pipe. So this completes our pattern. So again we had pattern with 2 characteristics. So there was a gap between every pair and every pair had alternating colors. So we have red, then a grey, red, then a grey, and so on. So one pattern with 2 characteristics. So a pattern can consist of numbers or designs. So a pattern can have either numbers or designs that we have learnt, and a pattern can have 1 characteristic or a number of characteristics. So as you saw, there are some patterns which are simple patterns and they have just one characteristic, while there are more complex patterns which will have more than one characteristics, and there are more complex patterns which will have a number of characteristics.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also register for free at deltastep.com to get all learning resources as per ICSE, CBSE, IB, Cambridge or any other curriculum. Over 5,000 amazing lectures across maths, science, English and social science. Our unique interactive video technology keeps you engaged, and our iDictionary feature allows you to quickly revise any concept. Master each topic at your own pace with our adaptive practice technology and 1 million plus questions. Get instant answers and detailed solutions. Be exam ready by taking unlimited mock tests, performance analysis along with actionable feedback, personal tutors to resolve your slightest of doubts. That's not all. You also get amazing prizes like PlayStations, iPads, watches, and many more, along with certificates through our Earn As You Learn program. So at deltastep.com, learning is not just fun and easy, it's rewarding too. So register for free now.